What's up and welcome back to Iron Mustang. On today's video, we're going to be installing a Total Control Products Tower Export Brace on our 67 Fastback Mustang. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon. It really helps me as a growing YouTube channel. So I've already used a number of TCP products in this Mustang build. Fortunately, they were before I was making these videos. Quick little note about those guys: great customer service, very helpful, and their quality is really surpassed by none. So we're going to jump into this one and get it going. So here's a quick little overview of what's included with the Tower Export Brace. Like I said, these guys, their quality is great. They always include all the hardware, and their instructions are very easy to follow. So normally what you would want to do is remove the old brace. However, ours is obviously not here, so we're going to get straight onto the install.
So the first thing we're going to do here is drop in a bolt with a washer from the top, and then we're going to secure it with a washer and a nut from the bottom. Now we're going to use a 7/32 Allen and a 9/16 ratchet to get these things snug. But the instructions say you want to make these things loose enough that you can still move it around a little bit. So next I'm going to go ahead and pull the carburetor off because we need to drill 3 holes through the firewall here, and this is in my way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use this bracket as a guide to drill 3 3/8 holes.
Now before you drill these holes to your firewall, get in there and make sure that there's nothing behind that's going to interfere. So this should be obvious, but I want to point out, just in case, this is going to kick up some shavings here. You already have your engine in your vehicle. If your engine bay is perhaps, say, already painted like ours is, just take all the precautions you can, shop vacs, towels, whatever. You don't want to get any of these shavings in your motor. That could cause havoc, and it's not really something we want to do.
So right now I currently have my vintage air system installed up underneath the dash. There's really no way for me to give you guys a good shot of this. But basically this plate's going to install from the back side. We're going to drop in a bolt and a washer, and we're going to install a nut and a washer from the back side.
Alright guys, so I'm kind of jumping around between videos right now in terms of how they're being filmed. I gotta pull my vintage air system out again before I can finish my vintage air video, and then I'm going to tighten these down to the 30 foot-pounds. So if you're installing this for the last time, make sure you tighten it right now. Now I'm running total control coilovers on this vehicle, so before I put the tower plates in place, I'm going to have to jack the vehicle up.
Now before we're going to be able to get those off, we're also going to have to jack it up underneath the suspension here to release some of the pressure off the coilover.
Now you're probably not going to want to do this, but I'm in the process of fitting this body kit on this vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and pull off both front fenders because it's going to give me a lot of extra access. I'm not even sure that took me a whole 2 minutes to do, so for me that was totally worth it. So I'm going to start pulling this plate off here. Just remember when you're doing this, you might have to mess with your jack on the bottom so you get the load off of it so you can get it out of here. Alright, so you got 2 options when you're installing this plate here. You can take this top piece off here and put it below, which is going to reduce your ride height, or in our case, you can put it on top. Our car's already sitting pretty low, so we're going to put it on top. So I got my jack up in place, now we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side.
Stupid washers on this plate right there. It took me forever to find it, damn it.
Now I have the tower plates in place, I'm going to drop the car down and put the fenders back on. So let me show you guys real quick why I put those plates on top. Now keep in mind, I'm still fitting the body kit and I really haven't tried to adjust the front suspension, but
Stance looks good, but these are sitting mighty close right there. So we're just gonna go with the top. Now before we get these support bars put in place, I like to measure and put my jam nuts about the same distance down on each one. Now these ones weren't too colored, but usually they're a little more obvious. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick these up or not. The ones that have a little bit of a gold tint to them, these are the reverse threaded ones. So next thing they're gonna want us to do here is put a dab of anti-seize. Now I've used the gold color anti-seize and I've used the silver. And when I'm doing silver parts, I'll tell you what, I like using the silver. It's a little messy, don't really show. So I'm gonna drive these into the main bars here and we're gonna get this installed. Now what we have left to do is to put these rods into place. So our shorter one is gonna go on the back, bottom, go up, and put on our nut. This cone shaped piece is going to go facing down underneath our rod and put this one in. Nut on the bottom. Now, these are supposed to be torqued on both sides to 30 foot-pounds, and we could adjust the rod here now at this point. I need to finish up swapping engines, getting my AC situated, so I'm not going to tighten those. But now I can have a reference point to run my cables for my AC hoses and all that. And we're pretty much done with this at this point. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and complete the other side. Remember to put your little cone-shaped spacer underneath here. Don't forget, these are supposed to be torqued down to 30 pounds. You're gonna wanna adjust these rods. So that's what it looks like all completed and installed. I am going to be putting the Monte Carlo bars in, but I'm gonna have to wait to do that another day, because I need to swap engines, get my supercharger in place, and see if I need to make any modifications to that before we finish it off.
All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap this one up. Go down to the comment section, leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing. Good or bad, I don't care. Let me know what you guys like to see in upcoming videos, and as always, thanks for watching.